Well, hi Liz, we're in studio again, first video for 2025 for Let Kids Be Kids, and I'm super excited that you've swung by all the way from Oakville, Toronto, Canada.
Yeah, just popped by.
You just popped by. So welcome in, and I was put in touch with you through a mutual friend of ours in Canada.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank you for coming in, and we're going to have a really interesting conversation today about what's going on in Canada, what's going on in New Zealand, all the similarities. So,
Many similarities, that's for sure.
Lots of similarities. But firstly, are you having a great time holidaying in New Zealand?
Yeah, it's beautiful here. Yep. It's a beautiful country.
Where did you go this morning?
We went to Hobbiton. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Middle Earth, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to your parliament.
Oh, yeah.
In Wellington. But they're not
the
sitting
wasp nest.
Right now.
Yeah.
The bee's nest or the
beehive, they call it. We call it the wasp nest, yeah.
And what else have we seen? The Museum of New Zealand, that was really nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, just, driving through. We stopped at a sheep shearing thing happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're doing the real Kiwi experience.
Yeah, we just stopped at the side of the road, and this farmer said, "Well, we're shearing the sheep. Do you want to watch?" We said, "Okay." So, yeah, he has 18,000 sheep.
Oh wow. Oh, cool. Wow. It's really nice to have you here. And we've had a bit of a chat off air before we started recording, and we've got lots of things in common about what we're seeing. So it's going to be an interesting chat today. But I want to ask you firstly, because just prior to Christmas, actually it was only in the new year, wasn't it, that Trudeau announced it wasn't his resignation. So do you want to just have a quick chat about your take on what's going on with Trudeau and Parliament over there at the moment?
Well, like the person who never knows when to leave the party, Trudeau is hanging on like grim death. And he announced last week that he will step down when the Liberal Party chooses a new leader. He did announce yesterday or the day before that he's not going to run again in his riding. So we know he's not going to run again. The leader will be replaced. He is going to be gone. And very soon. Mm-hmm. So there was about 7 people that were running to be the leader of the Liberal Party. All of them are sitting MPs except one. And it's come down to, it looks like 2 people are the front runners. One of them is Chrystia Freeland. She is a sitting MP. She was the Minister of Finance. She just quit a few weeks ago, quit that position or being in caucus, because she had to present her budget, and we're $63 billion in debt. Well past the $40 billion guardrail that she originally set up. So that was our finance minister. That's the job that she's done in that portfolio. She also sits on the board of trustees for the WEF. And what seems to be the leading contender is not a sitting MP. He calls himself a European. I saw one interview with him, and he says he's a European. He lived in England for a while. Mark Carney, the governor of the Bank of Canada for a long time, and he was the governor of the Bank of England for a long time. So he's a smart guy, really smart guy, and he's a climate activist, zealot. He really firmly believes in the climate, so much so that he's supported building pipelines in South America and Brazil, but not in Canada, to move the oil. So It's sort of like we don't know who we're going to get as leader, but if it's Mark Carney, he's not even an elected representative. No one's ever voted for him in Canada. No Canadian has ever chosen him to be a representative of the people. So
it's clearly a plant.
Here we are.
Yeah.
You know, it's
wow.
It's not a good scenario. The country's Canada is in really, really big trouble. I mean, really, we have fallen off the cliff. We are falling.
Yeah.
It's really serious times, and it's not good.
Yeah. I talked to a number of people in Canada, and it's very dire. I mean, we think it's bad here. I mean, you can travel around and pretend like nothing's going on here in New Zealand, but underlying it, there's a lot of similarities, but we may not have quite fallen off the cliff yet.
Right.
But I think we're following in the footsteps of Canada.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see it. I can see the signs in Australia and here. But we live right next door. We're sleeping next to a giant. And in, a week, not less than a week,
3 days.
Trump is going to take power.
Yeah.
And we don't have a functioning government because Justin Trudeau prorogued Parliament, which means that he basically just suspended Parliament. So the MPs, our public representatives, are not going to the House of Commons every day and debating issues and doing work and moving things forward. So he did that so that the Liberal Party could regroup because he was so unpopular. His own MPs were calling for his resignation, that he used this tool and is basically holding Canada hostage while the Liberal Party gets their act together. So, but it's a terrible time to do it because Trump is coming in and he's threatened us with 25% tariffs. So if that happens, like our economy it'll just die.
And obviously he didn't choose the timing of this by accident. I mean, it's all connected to Trump's date, right? So what's your take on...
Well...
Trump's saying he wants Canada to become the 51st state of America, right? So what's your take on that?
Well, Justin Trudeau has been insulting Trump for many years while he was out of power. So I don't think there's any love lost between the two, but what do I know? But Justin Trudeau did announce that he was going to step down as Liberal leader on January the 6th, which is obviously a significant date. And Justin Trudeau was not invited to Trump's inauguration on the 20th. Trudeau will be holding, which is telling, either was Starmer from the UK. He was not invited either. But Justin Trudeau will be holding some sort of a caucus meeting or some sort of a meeting in Charlottetown because they can't.
On the 20th.
On the 20th, on Inauguration Day. So it's interesting. Interesting times. Dates.
You did say one thing about how he's obviously suspended Parliament, but you said that he was doing something financially. So what was that he just did?
Yeah, he just gave a whole bunch of more money to Ukraine.
How much was that?
From the war.
Do you remember what that was?
You know what? I'm not sure. Maybe it's in the millions.
Yeah.
How many million? Who even knows anymore?
So he must have just been able to arbitrarily sign that off then if there wasn't anyone there to help make that decision.
And I don't really understand how he can do that, but this has been happening since the war started. They just keep giving money and they don't talk about it in Parliament. So that I'm unclear on.
Yeah.
And, so I can't say, but...
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting to sit in a room with someone from Canada because we here see so much of what's going on online. It's very noisy and messy and we don't know kind of, what's reactionary versus what's coming straight from someone who's looking at it from the inside. So thank you for that. So we will wait and see, and it's going to be a very interesting week, I think, in the world stage. So yeah.